When people talk about the European Union, one big question always comes up. Which country is truly the most powerful, the richest, the strongest? And should power be measured by money, by military might, by natural resources, or just by how happy people are? The answer isn't as simple as you might think, because each of Europe's giants dominates in its own way. Let's break it all down. First off, what do I actually mean by power? In the EU, power isn't just about size or muscle. It comes in a few flavors. There's economic power, think GDP, trade, and who's setting the financial rules. Military and political power, who's got the biggest say, not just in Brussels, but on the world stage. Then there are natural resources giving countries energy and independence. And finally, just how good life is for ordinary people, happiness, health, safety, So, with all that in mind, who comes out on top? Let's start with Germany. Economically, Germany is the EU's undisputed heavyweight. We're talking over $4 trillion in economic output. German cars, engineering and tech are world leaders. Volkswagen, Siemens, BMW, you name it, they're not just German icons, they're global brands. Inside the EU, Germany's influence is massive, on trade, on finance, even in crisis management. But here's the twist. Germany doesn't have many natural resources. It imports a lot of its energy and raw materials, something that's become a real challenge during recent energy shocks. So, is Germany powerful? Absolutely. But it also has its weak spots. Next up, France. If Germany's the financial and industrial center, France is Europe's military and diplomatic power. France is the only EU country with nuclear weapons, and its military might is matched by few in Europe. It's got overseas territories, a seat at the top table in the United Nations, and global influence through language, culture, and fashion. France is also a key player in NATO, and when it comes to soft power, films, food, the lot, it's hard to beat. Economically, France is no slouch either, sitting just behind Germany. So, if you're measuring by military muscle and global clout, France is right at the front. But power isn't just about big economies or big armies. Think resources and geography. Poland, for example, is a growing force, large population, plenty of coal, and a real agricultural and energy hub in Eastern Europe. Sweden and Finland? They've got forests, minerals, and some of Europe's most advanced renewable energy systems. The Netherlands, though small, packs a punch thanks to the port of Rotterdam, the biggest in Europe, making it a vital gateway for trade. These countries may not always grab headlines, but their strategic advantages make them powerful in ways you might not expect. And then there's happiness. If you measure power by how well a country takes care of its people, the Nordics, Finland, Denmark, Sweden, are champions. Year after year, they top global happiness and quality of life rankings. It's all down to strong social systems, great education, brilliant healthcare, and a work-life balance the rest of us can only dream about. No massive armies or biggest economies, but a standard of living that's the envy of the world. So what's the verdict? The truth is there's no single answer. Germany's the economic and political engine. France leads with military and global influence. The Nordics set the bar for happiness. And countries like Poland, Sweden, and the Netherlands bring their own unique strengths to the table. Europe's real power isn't in one country. It's in the mix, the balance, the way each one plays its part. That's what makes the EU such a powerhouse on the world stage. Now over to you. If you had to crown one country as Europe's real leader, which would you choose? Drop your pick in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breakdowns just like this. See you in the next one.